Hey everyone, today on People Now, the newest details about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's exit from the senior royal family.
Also today, we're learning more about the events that led to the shocking death of Drew Carey's ex, Amy Harwick.
I think it makes you a better person.
Ben Affleck opening up more about the important lessons he has learned on his journey to sobriety.
A hero pit bull protects a lost child. We'll tell you what happened.
Tess Romero is here telling us all about her brand new show with Gina Rodriguez.
It's all live today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey guys, happy Thursday. Welcome to People Now. Good to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, almost there.
Almost there. It's almost Friday. Guess what today is? It's Love Your Pet Day. So show the animals in your life a little extra love today.
I know you have your cats, Jeremy. What are you going to do?
Let me tell you something. My cats, the best way I can love them is to not mess with them. Just let them be in our bed like all day, unbothered. Like when I walk in my bedroom when I get home, and they like look up at me like I'm invading, like give me the most evil eye. It's like, I live here. This is my house. But they're very possessive of space.
Yeah.
We have some issues to work through.
Yeah, I don't have a pet right now, but I do have puppy fever lately.
Oh, that's right.
I know.
Mama's on
really bad. I'm on the prowl.
like posting pics of dogs that she sees on the street.
I am.
Look for yours on @Andrea Boehlke on
Anyway, no, I'm not gonna steal a puppy. All right, in honor of the day, we want to know how you plan on celebrating your pet. Will you cuddle your pet more today? Maybe give them special treats. You might give them a little pampering and grooming, Jeremy, maybe. Or you might just spend a few more minutes playing with them. Vote in our People poll. Let us know your thoughts using the hashtag PeopleNow.
So we're going to check in on that a little later, but for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are sharing new details about their royal exit. People can confirm the couple will formally step down as senior royals next month, with their royal duties officially ending on March 31st. A spokesperson for Harry and Meghan says that the agreement reached between the couple and the Queen will take effect following that date. They will no longer hold an office at Buckingham Palace and will instead be represented by their UK Charity Foundation team. The spokesperson adds that Harry and Meghan will spend time in both the United Kingdom and North America, and they will work closely with their existing patronages to plan for engagements in the UK and Commonwealth, as well as continue work on their new nonprofit organization. Harry will also retain his British Army ranks of Major Lieutenant Commander and Squadron Leader, but during a 12-month review period, his honorary military positions will not be used. And as of now, there are still ongoing discussions on whether or not Meghan and Harry can continue to use the word royal. Yes, it's an actual discussion. They're specifically being held around the usage in the name of their new nonprofit organization. It is, of course, also in their username on Instagram, which is Sussex Royal, where they currently have over 11 million followers. All right, Drew Carey's ex-fiancée Amy Harwick's alleged killer has been rearrested and charged with murder just hours after he was released after posting a $2 million bond. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office revealed that Gareth Pursehouse, who was Harwick's ex-boyfriend, was rearrested Wednesday on a no-bail warrant. Pursehouse has been charged with one count each of murder and first-degree residential burglary. According to the district attorney, if Pursehouse is convicted, he could face the death penalty. His rearrest comes 4 days after Harwick died after allegedly being thrown over a third-story balcony. According to police, Harwick suffered significant injuries consistent with the fall, and that there is evidence of a struggle and forced entry. Several outlets report Harwick went to court twice to seek restraining orders against Pursehouse, whom she dated more than a decade ago. Harwick's death has been ruled a homicide. The Los Angeles Medical Examiner says that she died of blunt force injuries to her head and torso, and there is evidence of manual strangulation. Careys spoke out about Harwick's death in a statement to People on Monday. He said, quote, "Amy and I had a love that people are lucky to have once in a lifetime. She was a positive force in the world, a tireless and unapologetic champion for women, and passionate about her work as a therapist. I am overcome with grief." That was from Drew Carey. He also has shared a petition that aims to update laws for victims of domestic violence. All right, a pit bull in Live Oak, Florida, being hailed a hero for protecting his lost owner until rescuers showed up. Check out this story. According to the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office, Buddy the dog helped police locate a missing 3-year-old boy who had wandered off into the woods on Tuesday. Authorities were first made aware of the boy's disappearance when his mother frantically called 911 and reported that the child was missing along with that family dog. He apparently had been playing outside with his siblings. Officers and a canine unit began searching for the missing boy until they received a call from a neighbor that the child had been found. On body cam footage, Buddy can be seen leading deputies to the missing boy when they arrive on scene. Sheriff Sam St. John told the local news outlet that it was such a good ending to something that could have been tragic. He said, quote, "We're all the time putting out tragic news. I'm telling you, it feels so good to tell a good story. Police said the family's doing well and that the child was not hurt in that ordeal. Glad it ended so well. And it's one of those things, and we're talking about this on Love Your Pet Day, but how family dogs especially are so, like, such great they really are members of the family.
I know. I hope that dog gets a little extra love today on this special day for him.
For him. And you have more for us to Star Trek.
I do. We are kicking off Star Trek today with Ben Affleck's new film, The Way Back. Take a look.
My father didn't like me very much, and someone told him I was good at basketball. He paid a lot more attention to me. And I realized it wasn't me that he loved. It was what I could do. I spent a lot of time hurting myself, trying to hurt my father. I never picked up a basketball again.
This film looks really good. It's about a struggling alcoholic who takes on coaching his former high school's basketball team. We recently sat down with the cast, including Affleck, who's been open about his own struggles with substance abuse and shared with us the upside of seeking support. Take a look.
One of the nice things about a lot of the programs that seek to support people who struggle with these issues is that they kind of demystify it and take away this sense of some unique shame and show you rather that the commonality that people face. That's a common issue, and that it doesn't have to define you, and you also can get better.
I love seeing the side of him. He seems really amped for this, right? Affleck further explains that getting support from family and friends is a big deal and shares what he's learned through his own process. Watch.
I found that humility is kind of at the source of wisdom, and one of the things that addiction does that is quite beneficial is it teaches you humility. It teaches you to sort of let go or get dragged, and that's a very important lesson to learn, and I think it makes you a better person.
Well, one thing a lot of people struggle with while struggling with addiction is hope, and Affleck says he has that.
I think if you don't have hope, you're in a lot of trouble. I'm blessed in that I seem to, I'm an optimist, I feel as though things are generally going to get better. I think I get that from my mother, who sort of taught me the same thing.
Such a great message of hope there. The new film, The Way Back, hits theaters March 6th. All right, new mom Amy Schumer is sharing some parenting wisdom with the world. Amy posted a picture on Instagram of herself, husband Chris Fisher, and their baby Jean playing in the park there. In the caption, she directed her followers to her YouTube page, where she revealed a pretty helpful parenting hack. Take a look.
We want to give our advice about parenting because we've learned so much. And our first advice tip is a good toy for a baby around 7, 8, 9 months old. And it is exactly free. And what it is a box.
The most beloved toy. I love this. Amy goes on to show her viewers how to turn a cardboard box into a free playpen, covering the sides with blankets and padding the bottom with a foam egg crate. Very helpful.
Good idea.
Yep, a lot of moms chimed in here, including The Office's Jenna Fisher. She loved the idea. She commented on the post saying, "The egg crate is genius, for reals. Question, where do you get egg crates?" Amy replied, "Any Bed Bath & Beyond type store. Thank you." Hey, now you know. Earlier this month, Amy opened up about undergoing IVF to expand her family, and she thanked fans for sharing their own IVF experiences with her and said that she is grateful to have son Gene. All right, now watch this.
We're at the beginning of the end. And this time next week, we're not going to be together like we have been for as long as I can remember. I need you each to know that you hold a really special place in my heart.
Criminal Minds is officially over after 15 seasons. Can you believe it? And the 2-hour finale on Wednesday night did not disappoint. So spoiler alert, the episode saw the team come together to capture Everett Lynch, aka the Chameleon, as well as a retirement and send-off party for Rossi and Garcia. The episode also featured flashbacks to previous seasons with some major characters. Showrunner and executive producer Erica Messer told Entertainment Tonight that the team wanted to write the finale as fans of the show and as a thank you to everyone who has been watching. Some fans are pretty sad over the series ending. This one saying they really did it. They really ended Criminal Minds after 15 seasons. Why? A little sad face there. Another fan shared that the show actually influenced her to get a degree in forensic psychology. Okay, that's awesome. And the cast also shared their own thoughts. Aisha Tyler posted this photo on Instagram and captioned it in part, "What an incredible ride with 7 of the most caring, hardworking, talented people I've ever had the good fortune of working with." Matthew Gray Gubler tweeted this photo and said, "I've carried these 3 props with me almost every day for the last 15 years. After tonight, I'll just carry them in my heart, where I'll forever keep memories of the best crew, the best cast, and the best fans, that's FANDS, which means fans and friends, a fictional crime fighter could ever have. Sad to see the series go. And those are your Star Treks for today.
Stay with us. K-pop group Monsta X is answering fans' most burning questions, and it gets lit. Plus, actress Tess Romero. She's here live, and we're talking with her all about her new Disney Plus series. It's called Diary of a Future President. All right, big night last night. 6 presidential hopefuls took the stage Wednesday night in Vegas for the 9th Democratic debate. One of them's made quite a historic splash overall in the political arena.
Yes, Mayor Pete Buttigieg opened up to people about being the first openly gay candidate to win a presidential caucus. That is right. Mayor Pete emerged from the February 3rd Iowa caucus as the first openly gay candidate ever to win a presidential nominating contest. So side note here, historically, those who win the Iowa caucus typically go on to clinch the nomination as their party's candidate. He lost in New Hampshire to Senator Bernie Sanders by literally just thousands of votes. Mayor Pete is now one of the Democratic Party's frontrunners.
Regardless of what his future holds, Mayor Pete has definitely paved the way for the LGBTQ community. The former mayor of South Bend, Indiana, is aware how crazy this journey is. He tells people, quote, "I certainly sense how improbable this all is. I think in an odd way, that's part of why we're succeeding."
All right, before we look ahead, here's a little background on the mayor from South Bend, Indiana. Mayor Pete was born and bred in Indiana. He studied at Harvard and Oxford. He served our country and was deployed to Afghanistan. And he speaks 6 to 7 languages, which is really impressive.
Mayor Pete came out as gay in 2015 and 5 months later was re-elected mayor. The pic you're seeing now is husband Chasten, who's a middle school teacher. They tied the knot in 2018. Chasten took Pete's last name. And guess where they met? They met on Hinge. So the social media dating apps strike again, and it works for politicians just like us.
Well, not you, Jeremy.
Not me.
All right, it's now been a year since Mayor Pete's improbable campaign, which he now calls exhilarating and exhausting. His team's days are fueled by coffee and beef jerky. Now you know. He tells people he usually falls asleep in a hotel room to Family Guy or Rick and Morty.
Mayor Pete's campaign is both personal and profound. Before he left for New Hampshire, his husband gave him some advice. He said, "Stop and pinch yourself." So you can tell he's really taken in the moment, realizing that this is a unique wave that he's on, and we'll see what the future holds for sure. All right, let's talk about this. When teacher Finn Lanning learned that one of his students needed a life-saving kidney transplant, he didn't hesitate to open his heart and his home.
It's such a powerful story here. In November of 2018, Lanning's 12-year-old student Damien revealed that he had an autoimmune disease which damaged his kidneys.
To make matters even worse, Damien was living in foster care, and because he was sick, he'd have to leave his foster home and move into a hospital.
Now, Damien was on dialysis for 12 hours a day, and unfortunately, he was taken off the transplant list because he didn't have a stable home environment where his recovery could be effectively monitored.
After learning about all this, Lanning applied to foster Damien and was able to do so in March of 2019. Because of that, Damien went back on the transplant list, and in June, he underwent a kidney transplant.
And Damien is now 13, has made a full recovery. He even went back to school and is now playing team sports and swimming.
Of course, he now has a loving home. Lanning is in the process of adopting Damien and says about becoming a father, quote, "I never expected this to be my life, but I'm so happy it is. We are in it together."
K-pop sensation Monsta X released their latest album, All About Love, on Valentine's Day. Very appropriate. And it has totally captured their fans' hearts. It only took a day for it to hit several #1 spots on different iTunes charts around the world. And now they are taking on their fans' burning questions. Take a look.
He's 말을 잘 들어줘요.
He's a good listener.
Yeah.
I'm a good listener. His face is a miracle.
Whoa.
It's a big compliment. Yeah.
His body is my wannabe.
Oh.
Thank you. He always do his best, right?
Yeah. He always has a positive vibe. Positive vibes.
When I
Get
get
stressed.
stressed, bye bye alcohol.
You don't drink alcohol.
Make us just work
Work.
Walk.
Where?
during 3 hours or.
Oh, I like it. That's a cardio.
Do you like American whiskey?
Real R&B. You.
yeah, R&B and 굉장히 신나는 음악.
Very hype music.
Yeah.
Hype music. Funk.
Yeah.
Rock.
Rock. Yeah. Rock.
JT style.
Gentle,
I want,
sexy.
yeah, gentle, sexy. Yeah.
When I more sing well.
다 왔어.
Almost there.
Almost there. 여친 좋아. 그거 좋은 거. 안 되면 되게 해라.
I don't like that.
I don't like to.
Our members.
Yeah. And our fans.
And our fans.
Vitamin.
You eat like that.
Ginseng.
진생?
Ginseng.
Yeah.
예.
Workout?
Workout.
That's
Swim.
important.
And positive thing.
Positive. Positive mind.
Dear Diary, my name is Elena Ofelia Cañero Reed. I'm 12 years old and I live with my brother and my mother. That's Sasha, my loyal friend, and Joey Feldstein.
Your love has been faded since like kindergarten.
Sup?
That was a clip from the Gina Rodriguez-produced Disney Plus series Diary of a Female President. It's a family comedy that follows a young Cuban-American girl named Elena through the personal and social pressures of adolescence and her journey to becoming the future president. And we have the show star Tess Romero here in the studio. Thanks for joining us. Woo! You just got back from Disney World. First time there.
Yeah.
What was the highlight?
Well, I really liked all the crazy rides, like the drop one, Tower of Terror, and then the roller coaster, the big one.
Is it Matterhorn, maybe?
Rock and roller coaster.
I've still never been to Disney World or Land, so I'm missing out.
What?
I'm living vicariously through you.
Yeah, that's great. Wow. Did you stay for the fireworks at the end?
Yeah, we got to see them one night. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Well, we've significantly plugged Disney, so trips and things we'd like to go. All right, so you and Gina Rodriguez, you play the same character, younger and older version. I just wanted to know if there was a particular, did you guys have a conversation about like a mannerism or a way of saying something or what, to kind of make sure you're parallel and the same?
We definitely did. Episode 1, when she directed, we got to spend a lot of time together. So we talked about like Lena brushes her hair behind her ears when she's nervous. Because she had the scene that I don't think it's there anymore, but she was nervous and giving a speech, so she brushed her hair behind the ears and it like connected us. So yeah.
Yeah, I like seeing when you two are twinning. You were both wearing these blue sequin suits back in August, which was really fun. It seems like you have a lot of fun on and off set. There you are. Look at that. What do you two bond over the most?
I mean, she's just such a fun person. So she feels like, even though she's an adult and she's like very mature, she's also like can connect with me on like a kid level, and she like gets excited about like cool stuff, and she like gets starstruck by people, and she's just really funny. So.
Oh, that's funny. What's the biggest thing or lesson that maybe you've learned from Gina?
Maybe be yourself. I don't know. That's like kind of cheesy, but
that's really
she's
good.
just like sweet. She's out there, so she just like she's doing her thing, and that's really cool.
Yeah, let's get into the show. How would you describe your character?
I think Elena is strong and she's confident and she's super bright. She's definitely a little nerdy, and she can be maybe self-centered at times. She doesn't see everything going on around her, but she's a really strong person and she'd make a great leader.
Yeah. Well, how is, we talked about the similarities. How about the differences between older Elena and younger Elena?
Well, older Elena is definitely more mature.
Yeah.
And, she's learned how to, see the world like an adult and like, realize more about what's going on around her. Whereas younger Elena still has a lot to learn. She's a little more, not naive, but she just doesn't know as much as she thinks she does. She's in like a middle school stage where like her world is smaller almost, so.
And it's all confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
But it seems like you tap into your character pretty easily. What do you relate to her? What's the thing that really bonds you to, just your real life version and the character?
I mean, she's in middle school, so she's around my age, and I know I was in 6th grade a few years ago, so a lot of like the stuff that she has with like friends and things like that, like I can relate to. So like sort of where she's at in life, I get.
What is the reaction of your friends to you like being a part of this?
They're very excited for me. They're all super sweet. I think I chose good ones. They were super excited to see the show, and other than that, they haven't really been super crazy. They've just been chill. Every episode comes out, oh, I love it, so great, and then they just move on. So
have any of them been like, hey, nice. I want to have lunch with Gina? And have they
yeah,
hit you up for that?
Yeah, they're definitely trying to like milk me for all everything.
For all the Gina connection, and like go to Disney World together, or something like that. Okay, so Elena, spoiler alert, eventually becomes president. What qualities make her a good president?
Oh, well, she's a great leader, obviously, and she's very just. She like tries to see both sides of the story. She's fair, and yeah, she listens to herself. And listens to others, but she does what she thinks needs to be done, and she does what she thinks like is right.
Yeah, and in the show, she lives with her mom, Gabby, brother, Bobby. What do you like about their family dynamic?
I like their family dynamic because Bobby and Elena are like, they have that regular sibling thing where they fight a lot, but there's a lot of love. And even when they're like being annoying to each other, you can tell that they just love each other a lot. And Gabby and Elena are super open and honest with each other. And they have a really sweet relationship that's really cute.
So let's talk about Charles Bush now. He plays Bobby,
Yes.
right? Your brother. So you have this brother-sister kind of situation. You have a sibling in real life.
I do.
Right? How similar is your on-screen, brother-sister vibe compared to the real-life brother-sister vibe?
It's pretty similar. My siblings are younger and Bobby is older than Elena.
Yeah.
But, my siblings can be annoying and weird, and so
Surprise,
can Bobby.
surprise, yeah, right.
What kind of things do you fight about?
I don't know, sometimes they're gross. They'll just do like gross things. I'm like, stop. But, it's okay.
You do learn to appreciate them when you get older.
Yeah, way later.
But I love them, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you become quite the role model for young girls. Elena is very strong and relatable. Why do you think it's so important to have that representation?
Just so that anyone can see themselves or see someone who looks like them or someone they can relate to. And then if you see somebody who you can relate to grow up and do something, good or be successful, then you think I can do that too. So
Yeah. Did you, I guess as you've grown up, I mean, you're still young, but have there been characters or actresses that have been role models for you that you've really looked up to?
Oh my gosh, a ton.
Yeah.
Moana. I'm
yeah.
still obsessed with. I have a problem. She's amazing.
Me and my little girl were singing Moana songs on the way to school today. It's inspiring even me. So
Yes.
we may be more similar than you.
Moana inspires everybody. Any female I saw, especially ones that I thought looked like me, I could really connect with, and I was just like, I love them. Every time I see somebody who looks like me on screen, just doing their thing, I really get inspired by that.
And we know that you're a big fan of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. You recently revealed that you're rewatching it.
Yes.
It turns out that Rachel Bloom, the star, makes appearances on this show.
She does.
So what was the first time meeting her like?
The first time meeting her, she was super sweet and funny. Because some people had already worked with her on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, so she was just making everybody laugh and this girl is so cool. And I hadn't seen it yet, so I was like, I should check out her show. She's so great, her show should probably be good, I hope. And it was amazing. And then I watched it, and then I had watched it after she left, so I didn't see her again till the premiere. And then I saw her at the premiere, and I was freaking out and fangirling. And she's like, we met already.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, but I'm still gonna be a fangirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny, just meeting you. You seem very bubbly and very excited and easy to get along with. I would imagine that would maybe be an easy thing when you meet this new cast for you guys to have chemistry. What was that dynamic like to kind of break the ice? Is there a group chat going on? What's the vibe among all of you?
There is a group chat going on.
Oh, there is?
Yes, there are quite a few because some of us have androids. So we have to keep making
some tech shame over here.
So we have to keep making new ones.
Yeah, all right.
And then lastly, what has this show taught you about yourself?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe that I can learn a lot of lines and have a lot of time.
You've got a great memory. Well, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. It really is. Congratulations on everything going on. Everybody, be sure to check out Diary of a Future President. It is streaming on Disney Plus right now with new episodes on Fridays. Yes, this is me kind of casually riding a scooty bike around the office. About 2 years ago, no one was hurt. Rapper Ray J had stopped by People Now to tell us all about his new product at the time. Of course, I couldn't turn down the chance to test it out myself, and it was fun.
Of course you couldn't, Jeremy. When Ray J stopped by our studios this month to show us the newest model, we did not let Jeremy go on a wild ride again, unfortunately. But Ray J did show us a cool new feature and how the bike is useful even if you have a car. Watch.
This is the new scooty bike, right? So before it had no pedals, but guess what? Now I got the pedals. Now you can put the pedal to the metal. What makes this bike very cool, that a lot of ways I get around, I keep this bike in the back of my truck. And if I had a Fiat, I put 10 bikes in the back of the Fiat. Here's how I did it. Huh? How about that? All you gotta do is just roll into the car.
That's the best product demo I've ever seen. The Scooty Bike brand was originally created by Ray J and aims to provide an eco-friendly, efficient, and convenient mode of transportation.
And Ray J told us why he thinks everyone should be a bit more aware of their impact on the environment.
It's time for all of us to kind of think about the green initiative as a whole. I mean, I think now that things are being put in play, the structures are being put in play as far as with, you know, electric cars and electric transportation, the green initiative, carbon offsets, monetizing it is very important. I think it's on us to continue to put the message out.
Yeah, I like that he's being more conscious about the environment.
And it just looks fun.
It does look fun, yeah.
Not only is Ray J a musician, actor, and tech entrepreneur, he's also a loving father of 2. And he told us how his kids motivate him to work hard.
I got 2 kids under 2, but they're everything to me. And, you know, when I'm working hard, it's all for them. And I think I work too hard because I want to make sure that they're good for life and then for life after that. And I miss them sometimes, like I'm in New York. Balancing the 2 is tough, but it's all worth it, man. You know, my kids are everything.
All right, we're taking a look at our question of the day. We've been asking you how to plan on spending Love Your Pet Day. How do you plan on doing it?
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Extra cuddles.
Which is kind of the same as playtime too, right? What are you gonna do, Jeremy, with your cats?
No, I'm leaving them alone. I'm gonna let them just sleep and I'm not gonna bother
Why
them.
don't you just try?
I know them well.
Okay.
They want me to leave them alone.
All right, we'll be asking you a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so tune in for that.
Coming up tomorrow, we are joined live by Diana Ross's daughter, Rhonda Ross. They're going on tour together. We're getting all the details about that.
Plus, Billy Crystal and Ben Schwartz are talking about their new film, Standing Up, Falling Down. Thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from this extremely talented dancer and
Should we dance?
choreographer.
Dance it out. Oh.
Hi, I'm Derek Huff, and this is one last thing. The last time I was starstruck was meeting Sophie Turner, because I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. The last movie I saw and loved was 1917, just unbelievable direction, incredible movie.
If you fail, it will be a massacre.
The last concert I attended was Coldplay. It was a very small, intimate gig of just 3,000 people, which is quite small for Coldplay, but it was beautiful and amazing.